leading up to the RNC, the Republicans have been saying that the DNC was just full of hate. Okay, it wasn't about a positive vision of the future. It was just about hate. So I expected a lot different from them. So far, what I've gotten is just insanity. I mean, we knew it was gonna be crazy before the speeches started, but let's give you an idea of just some of the stuff that we can barely take time to focus on. So for instance, Joe Biden, is he just a regular centrist? Is he a radical, or is he a mythological beast?
Biden has promised to take that money back out of your pocket and keep it in the swamp. That makes sense, though, considering Joe Biden is basically the Loch Ness Monster of the swamp.
Yeah, no, it lives in the loch, not in a swamp. It's in the name, actually. It's like the first part of the name. I don't get what that's about. Or for instance, when he revealed to all of us that one of the most commonly used phrases that we have had to learn as a result of the pandemic, he doesn't quite understand. Take a look.
He delivered PPE to our brave frontline workers.
No, that's not what it is. Wait, what do you think it is? Like, how many times have we had to say or hear PPE? What has he thought that meant this entire time? Apparently he knows as little about it as his father does. Or for instance, the attempts to spin the future that some Dems want, but they're not the ones that are actually being nominated right now. Take a look at Tim Scott.
At them, they will turn our country into a socialist utopia. And
is he familiar with utopias versus dystopias? Because that's not gonna scare off a lot of people. Anyway, Jordan, look, we're gonna dive into the substance of some of their comments. But overall, I just wanted to give people a feel for kind of how this is basically CPAC, except now it's the RNC. Like, it's the crazies, it's a carnival of crazies.
Yeah, this was a really bizarre way to launch this thing. It was, filled with, this whole week is going to be filled with like Trump family members, people close to him. You had Charlie Kirk kicking it off. You had the Republican mayoral candidate from Baltimore, congressional candidate from Baltimore, who's been, attacking Baltimore leadership and Baltimore's community for years. This is just, it's like a whole list of right-wing grievance culture, like this entire narrative. So yeah, it was really bizarre to see some of like the stuff that they said, because it just flies in the face of everything that we see happening in the Democratic Party. Much to our frustration. As much as I would love a socialist utopia, that's not going to happen. And Joe Biden is certainly not the person to do that.
Yeah, it's so like the injury is that Bernie doesn't get nominated. It's the insult that they're still gonna run against like the most centrist remaining Democrat, basically, that could have possibly won, as like a disciple of Mao. Like and they'll do it, and Fox, of course, that's what they've been wanting. That's what they've been doing for years. Is every Democrat is the craziest, farthest left person that you can imagine, which of course is not actually the case. And look, I would say honestly, I feel like we can draw distinctions between Republicans. Like, we're capable of doing that. This bias isn't sort of a mirror image or anything like that. They're just crazy. And it's not to say that none of their speeches were a little bit different. Tim Scott in general was different than the others that night. I mean, he was spinning a bunch of BS about what the Republican Party actually wants to do, trying to make it as if the Republican Party has ever cared about the poor. Right? Clearly they don't, but he wasn't like getting right up to the line of spreading QAnon theories or anything like that, whereas most of them were. And so we're gonna delve into a few of these areas, but like Don Jr. there, the hashtag cocaine trended on Twitter afterward. That's not a good start to your convention when people aren't exactly sure if the president's son, who by the way shouldn't be there anyway, like he has worked at his dad's real estate company. That's who he is, and he's giving speeches about the future of American foreign policy and stuff like that. Anyway, I don't know what I expected, but it was a weird one. It was a weird one. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.